Oh, there we go. All right. Gonna server mute myself on Discord so that you get my audio through the YouTube, and I can commentate a little bit better. So this chick here is Rodrika. She is a finger maiden who's all of her tarnished. Finger maidens are women who follow the words of the tarnished and or of the fingers, the two fingers, these weird monsters that are these two fingers, and they follow tarnished around that protect them as they go about their business. And all of her tarnished got grafted onto either Godric the Grafted, or one of the grafted scions. Basically, got grafted together, where all of their limbs got torn off and stuck to each other to make big spider monsters.
Everyone's been grafted. Everyone who came with me. They crossed the sea for me. They fought for me. Only to have their arms taken. Their legs taken. Even their heads taken. Taken and stuck to the spider. Did you know? If you're grafted by the spider, you become a chrysalid. It's quite a lark when you think about it. You're all on your own, are you? And heading to Stormvale Castle, enticed by the one in the white mist, I suppose. Oh, you've come to be one with the spider?
Nope.
Well, that makes us two peas in a pod. But I don't have your courage. It's scary, you know, having your arms cut off, or legs, or your head. I want to be like everyone else, but I'm just too scared. I'm nothing but a craven. Oh, I know. Can you take this little one along with you? The poor thing deserves something braver than myself. And the spirits look rather fondly of it. It'll be glad of your company, the little one. It was a pleasure to see you. Oh, can you pass on a message for me? If you see the little chrysalids in Stormvale Castle, tell them I love them. And that, despite my craven heart, I'm sure I'll be joining their club soon enough. I'm finally getting the hang of this whole pain thing, you know.
And then there's a key up here. Let's get those checked off. Okay. Okay. Are you back yet? Did you go away? Are you coming back? Alright, time to kill a couple of these giants. Ooh. Luckily, I have a really good spell for dealing with them. Am I? Oh, okay. In that case, I need to go that way. Whoop. This guy is Bernal. He is a tarnished that, in the beginning of the game, has a lot of pride in being a tarnished, but halfway through the game figures, hey, actually the two fingers fucking suck, and I want to kill all of the tarnished. So he has kind of this, like, reverse moral quandary thing. But when at the beginning, he's this sort of guy.
Not seen you before. Name's Bernal. Tarnished, just like you. Let me ask you something. Are you here in the lands between to take up the fight? Does your faith in the guidance of grace hold firm, despite the collapse of the Golden Order?
My faith holds firm.
Yes, you're a tarnished through and through. Takes me back. But that's a quality needed now more than ever. Any interest in bearing the torch of my battle arts? All I know is the sword. Picked up a fair few tricks in my time, too. Now's the time to pass them on. To a good and proper tarnished, like you. There's a myriad of battle arts in these lands that I've yet to discover. Mementos of all the warriors who raised their arms in battle, lost and died. A fine tale, all told, of true chivalric romance. That's how I fell in love with the sword, and the arts of combat. It grants meaning even to falling in battle, to death itself.
Yeah, so he's a super serious dude. He sells battle arts, which I can attach to my weapons, but I don't really want to add any of his. So I will buy them later.
Not floating your boat, eh? Well, there's no rush. Knowledge of the arts can...
And I'm pretty sure I can continue to buy the ones that he has available throughout the game, like, as long as I don't kill him. Okay, next, we gotta go meet the jar. Oh, first we gotta go through this little camp. Just gonna jump over it. There is a chest in it, but I'm not gonna worry about that right now.
Hello? Can you hear me? Help me. I'm stuck.
Hello? Hello? Anyone? Oh, my stars. I'm so happy to see you. I am Alexander, also known as the Iron Fist. And as you can see, I'm stuck here. Please, can you help me out of this? My thanks. 1,000 thanks. Just give me a good smack from the rear.
So this guy
and I'll pop clean out, I'm sure.
is a race of sentient jars whose whole existence in life is to wander around and pick up dead bodies and stick them into themselves. And then they wander to the trees. Can't actually see any with the fog here. But they wander to the trees and they're broken open by putrid avatars to return the bodies from the battlefield or from the villages to the Erd trees. As sort of like a funeral rite. But that is that's like an ancient way, like it's kind of a forgotten burial rite that doesn't really happen much anymore. But this one is full of warrior corpses. And as such, it has developed something of a warrior mentality, and it wants to fight. It's chosen to fight instead of do its thing that it's supposed to do.
Ah, well played, good sir. Well played. Oh, that mighty wallop of yours almost spelled the end of me. Ah. Well, I'm out now, and that's what counts. I thank you. And as a token of my appreciation, I'd like you to have this.
Gives me a little piece of meat out of it.
Once again, pleasure is mine. I am the warrior jar known as Alexander. Iron Fist Alexander, in fact. I journey to the east, where I intend to further my education in the ways of war. And beyond these lands lie the scarlet, rot-blighted Caelid Wilds. And upon their southern edge is Redmane Castle, in which a festival of combat is being held. I'd heard whispers of such festivities before. Doesn't the notion set your breast aflutter?
Yeah, so he wants to go fight against General Radon, who is this crazy badass in the desert. But he has a long way to go. This guy, these are like giants that were they were once part of Radagon's Golden Order, but Radagon's Golden Order is kind of fallen apart, and they were the lowest part of it, and now they're basically just going crazy in the last part of their armor, which is a big giant helmet. I think in the latest parts of the Golden Order, they were prisoners, basically, like crazed prisoners that were, because they're not omens. They don't have like horns, but they are big. I don't know what race they are. I guess they would be the least of the giants, basically. Giants that were captured from the north and stuck in a pumpkin head. And just forced to be basically strong guard dogs. Kind of a pitiful existence. but that is probably the point. Oh, is this breakable? No, it doesn't look like it. It looks like it already got broken. Okay. Alright, and here... Oh, there's a merchant.
Oh, gee, are you here as a customer?
Yeah, I will buy those, and I will buy that.
I must apologise.
One of the interesting things, actually, is notable in this NPC. Most games and media, when they render musical instrument playing, do so without any real care of what the fingers are doing. But if you listen and you watch, it's kind of hard to tell necessarily because I have to get this really weird angle. It's correct. Like, the music actually lines up with the... Like, they actually put the work in to make it look like that guy is actually playing. Which is pretty cool. But, apart from that, in this place, I'm introduced to a man called D. Right here. Standing over a corpse.
There's no mistake, is there? Death has left its mark once again.
But the difference is... Okay, so most things in this world don't actually die. When they die, their bodies just kind of go into...
I'm sorry. I cannot give you your proper rights.
They kind of go into an inert state, and then they're brought to the Erd Tree and the life continues on. But
deliver this spirit.
Occasionally, since the Night of the Long Knives, people have actually died because Godwin the Golden...
I'm known as D. I hunt down those who live in death and weed their death root. Heed my warning. The village here has been touched by death. And worse yet, it is home to a mariner. If you value your life, then go no further. The village here has been touched by death. Turn back while you still can.
So, touched by death and those who live in death. Godwin the Golden has sort of been turned into this weird embodiment of death because of how he died. And in the aftermath of that, occasionally things don't die properly, or when they die in such a way that they can't be returned back to the Erd Tree, and they go on living in a state of death that is unnatural. And that is... these sort of skeletons, which rise from the dead, and then when I kill them, they start to rise back up, and I have to actually hit them again while they're rising to finish the job, basically. Not going to bother with that one, because I was just showing you. So those are those who live in death, and they are indirectly or directly connected to Godwin the Golden in that his curse has sort of taken over their soul. Their souls have died, but their bodies didn't. I think that's how it is. Because Ronnie wanted her body to die, but not her soul. And she needed another demigod for their soul to die, but not their body, like in order to do the ritual correctly. And when they did that, it made Deathroot and undead monsters. And D, that dude in the armor, is tasked by one of the bestial clergymen to collect Deathroot from around the world, which are held by strong undead monsters, such as this boatman up here, where I'm going to go kill. And that's it right now, I think. So let me just go kill him. I do have low health, which kind of sucks. And he teleports first move, so he's a bit of a dick. Where'd he go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go, you asshole? There he is. Ah, damn it. Worst fucking place. Luckily, the undead are very slow. Ah. This is bad, though. This is sucky. Yeah. I just want to get this guy's first part of his quest out of the way, because he moves around annoyingly if you move the main quest forward too far. So I just want to get him Dunsky. Okay, it teleported away. Where did it go? Sometimes it just teleports like right here. Okay, let's just get to it quicker. Charge up all of my spells. Okay. Oh, they're coming. Ah, yeah, you fucking coward. Oh well. Got him. Yeah, he's not a hard boss. He's just kind of annoying. And there is the dude to see me finish. Let me just read the Deathroot. Beast clergyman seeks and devours these. On the night of the dire plot, the stolen rune of death enabled the first death of a demigod. Later, the rune of death spread across the lands between through the underground roots of the great tree sprouting in the form of the Deathroot. a source that gives rise to those who live in death.
Another fool who won't listen to reason, eh? But with a prowess for weeding Deathroot. How would you like to earn the strength of beasts? If you're inclined to hunt more of those who live in death and weed their Deathroot, then I'll introduce you to Garank, the beast clergyman. I have a matter of my own to attend to, and the beast himself wishes for someone to take my place. What say you? Very well. Show me your map. I've marked the location for you, of a hidden gateway. It will lead you to Garank, the beast clergyman.
Okay. Head to the north and fight a recusant. All right. I forgot to get the AP. Can't really care, but if I don't get it now, I won't remember to get it, so I'll go get it.
Wait, well, you're back. Goodbye.
Just joining the fray. Tarnished. Well, you fought Nereus and survived. That alone deserves commendation. I'm Yura, hunter of bloody fingers. Tarnished, held in thrall by cessblood. Zealots, who stalk their own. You stay the path. You're certain to face more of them. Just remember, no kinship with their ilk remains. Their madness precludes it. Your emotions stay. One last word of warning. Stay clear of Agil Lake. The great dragon roosts there, and it's as fearsome as it is majestic. So, unless you're mad, or wish to be burned alive, stay clear of the lake.
Anybody there?
someone who might be interested in rescuing the great Kenneth Height, servant to the... Ah, you've come to lend me your aid, have you? Well, that's very kind, but, no. No, the help is very much appreciated, even from a Tarnished. Despite appearances, nobility is no prerequisite to serving the true order. You might have heard of me, Kenneth Height. Next in line is the rightful ruler of Limgrave, young Tarnished. I would have a boon of you. I want you to take back my fort. It lies to the south, beyond the Mistwood. A knight commander from Stormvale took it. A fool, and plumb mad to boot. Simply obsessed with blood. What are you waiting for? A kiss goodbye? My fort lies to the south, beyond the Mistwood. Take it back for me. Oh, I see. You wish to know the reward. Fret not. The great Kenneth Height is known for his considerable largesse. The celebrations will be lavish indeed upon the dawn of my fort's retrieval. His considerable largesse.
All right. Oh, yeah. Tell me more about Godric.
Now, allow me to furnish you with a little advice. I would take great care to avoid Godric's Tarnished hunts were I in your shoes. That depraved lot are obsessed with sacrificing Tarnished like you for the sake of grafting. Honestly, Godric's nothing more than a jumped-up country bumpkin.
A jumped-up country bumpkin.
Don't make me laugh. First, he hid himself amongst the womenfolk to flee the capital, then hid from Radahn in that castle. Then he insulted Melania, lost to her in battle, only to lick her boots rather than die like a man. Has he no shame?
Has he no shame, the big girl's blouse?
And to think, he's the blood of Godfrey, last of the golden lineage. Though you almost wouldn't know it to look at him. Yeah, I almost feel sorry for the chap the more I think of it.
Alright. Then, that way, I think I can actually go through the portal too. That's cool. We're all stars now in the dope show. We're all stars now in the dope show. Get a sacred tear. Get my flask of wondrous physique. Get some Lost Grace. Get a talk from Melina.
Spoken echoes linger here. Words of Queen Marika, who vanished long ago. If you wish, I will share them with you.
Please do.
Very well. In Marika's own words, my lord, and thy warriors, I divest each of thee of thy grace. With thine eyes dimmed, ye will be driven from the lands between. Ye will wage war in a land afar, where ye will live and die. Well, perhaps that might serve you in lieu of a maiden's guidance.
So that speech was given in this spot by America to all of the Tarnished, which was probably thousands of people, millions maybe, who were banished from the lands between to go fight and die in another war so that she would have, in another land, so that she would have, for many reasons, but mostly in the moment, so that she would have space for a new paradigm shift by changing from Godfrey to Radagon. But I think she changed literally she went from Marika and Godfrey to Radagon and very little Marika. Like, Radagon kind of took over the rebus of the godhood, and then Marika's son got killed, so she shattered the Elden Ring, and Radagon tried to put it back together. But eventually I might get into the Erd Tree and show, like, I'm sure as I've shown you videos, you've seen bits and pieces of it, but it's pretty crazy, the scene where when you actually get into the Erd Tree and see Radagon and Marika, they are like destroyed. But I am a slow player of this game, so it will take me months before I get there. Mostly because I keep starting over. But every time I start over, I'm better. I was just getting lazy with that one. Oh yeah, I was gonna just go through the portal. And yeah, I'm gonna do that. Yeah, so I got the death route, and Dee told me to come here and talk to this guy up here. This guy is a big, giant wolf monster who eats death root.
I smell it. Death. Feed it me.
Feed it me.
Tarnished.
Bring me more death.
I shall grant thee.
Eye and claw.
Feed me.
Feed me more. Alright. That is Garank. And as I rest here, this is going to trigger another scene with Melina.
Forgive me. I've been testing you to determine if the Elden Ring would truly have you, if you had the mettle to endure this long and arduous path. It seems my worries were unfounded. Torrent had your measure from the very start, whereas I merely pretended. There is but one other thing I can do to offer you guidance. I can take you to the Round Table Hold, gathering place of tarnished champions, guided by grace. Very well. Let my hand rest upon you for but a moment.
You've met Garank, I take it. Then owing to our duties shared, we are now comrades in arms. I think you've earned this. The power of the Golden Order to aid the hunt of those who live in death. I serve the Golden Order, that I might put this crooked land to rights, following only the guidance of the great Elden Ring. Those who live in death fall outside the principles of the Golden Order. Their mere existence sullies the guidance of gold, tainting its truth. And so it is the vermin must be exterminated, down to the very last.
Creates an image of order to deal holy damage. Order's blade. That is actually kind of cool. I might get the faith for that. How much faith do I need? 13? Well, with the source seal, I'll have 9. So if I raise it by 4, I'll be able to use that. And then I can use that to kill undead. Maybe. I still use my spell mostly, so. This is Delos.
Ah, hello. You must be new here. Well, just call me Dialos. The honor of one's house holds little import in these lands. By the way, have you met a young woman named Lanya on your travels? She's my servant, but fickle as the wind. Take your eyes off her for but a moment and she's good as gone. If you find her, please be sure to tell me.
And he is basically Jon Snow. You can take Jon Snow, you make him like, he's a bit of a noble, but the nobility doesn't mean much here, so he's like a noble tarnished, but we're all just kind of like, we don't care if he's noble or not. But he is tied up in his house, and his whole thing is that he doesn't feel like he lives up to his house. His house is like known for its battle prowess, and he's not that at all. And in the beginning, he's looking for his Arya Stark, who has gone running off somewhere, in Liurnia somewhere, I don't remember exactly where, and she is killed. And it might be in Altus Plateau, I'm not really sure, I don't remember exactly where no, it can't be Altus Plateau, it has to be Liurnia, but I'll find it later. but his servant has got herself killed, and he needs to find her. This guy is Korhin. And he used to see the guidance of grace, but now he just follows based on faith and teaches incantations to Tarnished, so that when one of the Tarnished of the Round Table Hold becomes Elden Lord, they will have incantations and be smart. Eventually he goes off on a quest to find one of the prophets of the Golden Order, but currently he's just chilling here, being blind. Let's see. Then there is this guy here. This is Gideon Ofnir, the All-Knowing. He is the highest ranked, he's basically the leader of the Round Table Hold at the moment. but he mostly acts through his agents. He has a daughter, and he has a bodyguard, and he has some other agents throughout the game, and he uses spies to learn secrets about things, and eventually when you fight him, based on what you've done, he has spied on you throughout the game and uses powers based on the bosses that you've fought. Like, if you fight bosses, he learns the powers of those bosses. This is one of his bodyguards. He doesn't say anything, he just watches the door. That is a shop, which I will explain as I start to collect ball bearings. This is Hugh, who's been tasked by America to forge a god-killing weapon, but he has no idea how really to do it and what materials he might need, but he mostly just toils here in the Round Table Hold because he's stuck here and he likes working on weapons.
You're a new face. No matter, it's all the same. Lay out your arms. Let's get smithing.
Let's get smithing. He is chained to the wall.
Notice the chains. Nothing special. I'm a prisoner and these are my chains. I'm trapped by the hold.
He's a misbegotten giant.
You fools. That's all there is to it.
But a runt of a giant.
No, don't read too much into it. I've no grudge against you. My being a prisoner is not.
I think he's just a misbegotten, though.
Besides, I don't mind smithing. Despite my differences,
Giants, I think, are a distinct thing that live in the north.
Technique never fails. Besides, it helps me forget.
The sheer terror of her.
Sheer terror of her.
Her being, America. I think. This is Fia the dead deathbed companion. She would lay with dying soldiers, giving them comfort in their last moments, and then lay with noble people to try to imbue those noble people with the life that she absorbs from the dying soldiers, in an attempt to give the nobles one last life. And she was pulled away by Grace and banished.
Greetings, great champion called by Grace. I am Fia. Circumstances have compelled my stay at the Round Table Hold. Great champion, would you allow me to hold you? But briefly, perhaps you might share with me some of your lively vigor and your stout-heartedness. Doing so will grant me the warmth of a champion, and you, I am sure, will bear a Balderkin's blessing. Do you think it vulgar, perhaps? Where I come from, it is a sacred act. Ah, my thanks, great champion.
So you can come to her and she will hold on to you. And then in doing so, she will take away 10% of your hit points.
You are very warm.
But she will give you this thing called a Balderkin's Blessing.
What you felt light up inside you was a Balderkin's blessing. Though it is but a fleeting thing, I am afraid. Come back to me, should you require another. I will take you in my arms as often as you need.
I need to remember to use these in boss fights, because what they do is they remove that 10% health bonus, that health penalty, so you get more health when you use it. You also get more poise for I think it's like a minute. So when you're hit by things, you don't move around as much. So I need to get in the habit of actually using it before a boss fight, because I don't use them nearly enough. I think that's everyone in here currently. Yeah. Alright, I'm just gonna run right past this dragon. I don't think I've actually killed this dragon ever, but eventually I will just smash it with a spell. Ooh! Doesn't normally get a hit off.
Spinner, how can I? Have a safe journey.
Yeah, those are gold fireflies. I want them. I want the gold fireflies. Okay. More physics. Let's see if I can find the... There it is. A couple of these have skills in them. It's important to know which ones do and know to get them. Although, technically, ground slam, I mean, do I really need it? Probably not. Another thing to do here, I gotta get the howl mark for my quest. Got it. Sweet. That was enough. Let's see if we can get the axe talisman. Whoa, okay. Yeah. Alright, big boys. Let's be careful. Okay. There's Snoozy Magoo. Let that one kind of chill out for a moment. Come on, where is it? Oh, cool. There it is. Down I go. Get the axe talisman. Never use it. And I think from here I can just GTFO to the south. Don't need to worry about that. I'm going to just go get the seed, but I don't think I'm actually going to do this place yet. But no reason not to go up here and grab the seed, get better flasks. Alright. And then... where do I want to go now? Let's go talk to Selwyn. Fight the pumpkin. This guy can be a bit annoying. The trick is that you want your shots to hit him in the back. Which isn't impossible to do with glint blades. Oh, shoot. Alright. Gotta love iframes. No hits.
Tarnished, are we? I wonder you should turn up here. I am Selen, a sorcerer, quite plainly. Why are you here? Ah, a yen for glintstone sorceries. I dare say your proclivities are far from ideal. Oh well, perhaps nurture will defy nature, with a bit of luck. But one must choose one's masters wisely. I was exiled from the Academy of Rea Lucaria as a reviled, apostate witch. Do you still wish to learn from me? Well, you are a piece of work. Very well. You are now my protege in glintstone sorcery. But I refuse to coddle, or cast kind words. Never. Anticipate grievances, young apprentice.
Well, I took you no man to lay out your own.
I'm just gonna run past all of these guys. I'm not even gonna loot anything. Come through here later and loot all of this stuff properly. But for now, I'm just gonna run right through. I sent the elevator back down. Hopefully I don't kill myself with that. But okay, and from here I'm just going to go grab the item that I'm here for after grabbing this grace. Because this item is quite important to what I'm doing. And it's also very easy to get, as long as you know where it is. Which is the best kind of item. Gotta run past these guys or kill them. I run because fuck fighting them. And as usual, it involves going through these little tunnels, these little portals. Knowing where and what these portals are for is super useful. Whoa, oh, what is actually up here? What am I missing every time I just jump into that portal? I mean, it's good, but... Alright, now I don't have to fight this boss, I just have to loot the thing that's behind the waterfall over here. And that will boost the power of all of my spells. Did I really not kill Neurigis? I thought I did. Oh well, if I didn't, I will go do it now. Because I did get that, I don't hear the... Gotta loot as many of these heads as I can, because I don't yet know which ball bearing sells for them. And it's at least far enough into the game that I want a supply of these heads. I did. I did kill him. I just didn't do anything else. pretty sure I did go talk to Yura. And I did, okay, yeah. Okay. Nice.
I'm going lay down. I'm struggling to stay awake.
Okay, I'll unmute myself on Discord and take a break from this for a bit.
It hurts.
Okay, hello. Kissed you on your lips. Hmm. Hmm.
Oh, wait, you got it.
Kiss you on your lips.